What's up, guys? So today I wanted to take a second and show you a new item. A couple videos back I talked about how I was putting together a MultiCam setup. I'm out in SoCal and the environment around here is pretty, while there's greenery, it's generally on the drier side. There is a lot of arid areas around, and the blend of different types of foliage and whatnot really works well with the MultiCam pattern. It's a nice kind of light greenish, it blends in well with lots of different areas around here. As far as my goals with my MultiCam setup, really what I hunted for was items that I could throw on as a outer barrier or a shell over the top of any other gear I might be wearing. Be it clothes, layers of warmth underneath, be it body armor, wearing a plate carrier and maybe battle belt with a pistol setup or something like that, few mags, whatever. I wanted to be able to cloak over the top of anything I might be wearing with form of shell. And so after I looked around for quite a while at different types of MultiCam jackets, the one I landed on is this one right here. And what this is the Summit Soft Shell from Condor. Now, when it comes to Condor, I will say this. Up until very recently, I would never have recommended any Condor gear to anybody, any of my friends or anybody. When I started up with gear and started getting into different types of gear, I originally tried out some Condor stuff, mostly because of the price of the items. And once I got hands-on with them and started putting them through some paces, I really realized that the quality of their products is not that high, and the quality control more so is horrible. So you might have one item that's okay and another item that really sucks, and they're the same item. You know what I mean? It's like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, that was up until just recently when I got hands-on with this jacket. And I will just say, this jacket has really opened my eyes to a different aspect of Condor, which is their apparel. I definitely still wouldn't recommend their tactical gear, but as far as their apparel, this jacket has not really let me down in any way. There's a couple small little things about this jacket I might tweak, but for the most part, this jacket is phenomenal. And so I wanted to take a second today to lay it out, show you the features, show you how it functions, and just give you guys a good look at it. So give me 1 second and let me reposition the camera and everything, and we'll get right into it. Alright, so to get right into the features of this jacket, I'll first run you over the outside. As far as the exterior, first of all, the pattern is the genuine Crye MultiCam. It is licensed, so even though it's made overseas, you are getting the real deal MultiCam here. The zippers on this jacket, first of all, in terms of the main zipper, this main zipper is a YKK zipper, and it is in the reversed format, so you've got the nice seal against the back of the zipper to stop wind and rain from getting inside the jacket. All the rest of the zippers on this are not YKK, but they are reversed, and they do a pretty good job of keeping the weather and elements out of the jacket. The main material of this jacket is a soft shell, stretchable polyester type material. It has a little stretch to it, just enough, and kind of like a really, really lightweight wetsuit. The center layer of this is a membrane, which basically allows condensation inside the jacket to escape and kind of moisture wicks, but also does not let water into the jacket. So it's kind of a one-way valve to let any condensation inside the jacket escape. And then the inner layer of the jacket, which I'll show you when we get inside of it, is a micro fleece, kind of like a really soft, you know, inside of a sweatshirt or something. Very, very comfortable inside. As far as pockets, there are 2 large slash pockets across the mid to upper chest of this jacket. They come with these little pull tabs on them. They're alright, they work pretty good. They got like a little rubberized grip here. If you don't like that, you can just remove them and throw a 550 cord on all the pulls of this jacket. But they work alright. Inside this pocket, you've got a few features. First of all, down here, there are a couple little sections of organization, a couple little open top pockets right here. One is about the size of a cell phone, and the other one is the size of a pen. So if you were doing something like navigation, you could throw a pad and a pen, no problem. You know, small Write in the Rain and a pen, no problem. Or, you know, a compass or anything down here. Over here, you've got a poly D-ring on an elastic stretch. Maybe if you were running keys or something, you could clip them to this, then run them into the pocket to kind of keep it silenced from jiggling around. That would do a pretty good job. Over here, you've got a rubberized grommeted opening to the inside of the jacket. And what that's for, if you're running you know, tunes on your phone and you got your earbuds going or something, or comms of any sort, you can route the line through these openings and into the jacket. And then, you know, with the hood on and everything, you would have all your electronics waterproof by the exterior of the jacket, and, you know, all running inside. Last but not least, at the top of this pocket, there is a shock cord style cord with a plastic pull. What this is a cord that connects to this, you know, facial circumference of the hood and allows you to adjust the you know, the tightness of the hood from inside the pocket. So if you've got your hands keeping you warm and it starts to rain, you can just give a tug on these and it'll pull the hood tight around your face. Pretty cool feature. Definitely, these pockets are low enough so you can comfortably put your hands in them to keep them warm up against your core, but they are not as convenient maybe as something like an extra hand pocket down here. This jacket does not have any hand pockets. So that's something to be aware of. Nice flap over the top of these zippers to keep elements rolling over the top and not sitting on the zip itself. As you roll around to the sleeves, on the top of the sleeves, you've got a large pocket here. Fit, you know, a lot of things in there. Inside, it's just an open pocket. It does also have the rubberized grommeted opening through to the inside, so if you were running your tunes up here or whatever, you could still do the same waterproof cord routing. These zippers are not YKK, but they are reversed, so it does do a good job keeping the elements out. You've got these fabric pulls on the zippers. Again, they can be replaced if you don't like them. The zipper, one cool feature, a lot of the zippers on this jacket have this little storage area right here. Basically, it's just an overlap that's stitched in that allows you to take the zipper and, you know, push it all the way up under there. And what that does is while this, you know, reverse zipper is keeping the elements out, the little point where the two zippers come together is covered with material, the jacket material. So that does even a better job of keeping the warmth in and the elements out. On the top of the shoulder here, you've got about a 3x4 loop field for throwing any morale patches or whatever you might have. Underneath the sleeve, you've got a large vent. It is not lined with any mesh material. It's just an open port to the inside of the jacket. But, you know, when it's hot in there, your armpits are creating a lot of heat, and quickly opening these vents allows heat to escape quick and, you know, regulates the temperature well. So these are very well placed and handy to use. And then again, it's got the waterproof covers over the zippers underneath here. On the back of the sleeves, you've got this nice large doubled up area of material, an extra reinforced bolster on the back of your, from your elbow to the back of your forearm. So if you're going prone or shooting on the ground or whatever, this does a good job of keeping the durability of the jacket high. Around the wrists, you've got both elastic closure or kind of like some stretch to allow it to seal tight around your wrists. And then here, they have like a proprietary type of plastic similar to Velcro, but it's not Velcro. The loop material is, but the hook is like a fixed plastic. Anyway, it works really well. It's not as tight as true military grade Velcro at the pull factor, but when it comes to the across, it really grips it tight, which is what it's designed to do. So it does a great job of that. Very durable, you know, kind of plastic. Around the back, out back, you've just got a pocket that goes all the way around this area here. It opens from both sides and it allows two things. First of all, if you have anything you need to stash, any, you know, site exploitation items or anything like that, you can throw them in here. Also, maybe your gloves or something too. But other than that, if you just need a quick vent, the inside of this pocket has a nice mesh material which goes straight to the inside, and really this does a good job of letting wind flow through. So if you open the pit zips and drop these back vents, you've got a nice flow of air inside the jacket, keeping you nice and cool. So pretty cool thing. Another thing I thought of that you could do with this is you could open one side. If you were rocking a rifle or pistol, whatever, you could use this as a makeshift dump pouch for throwing any spent mags. If you're not trying to drop you know, mags in the environment, you can throw them in here real quick and zip it up, and it does a pretty good job of holding, you know, it's a fairly large area inside the back of the jacket there. Around the other side, there's only a couple differences. For the most part, this is the same. It's got the same upper pocket with the same features, the same slash pocket with the same features, same reinforcement, same cuffs, but this sleeve has a small pocket right here. And this pocket, you know, you can see the size. It's not huge, but it's big enough for something like, you know, a compass and a pen, a pad, smokes maybe, or even like a digital navigation unit, something you might be using. You could throw it in here and have quick left-hand access to it. So that's it as far as the exterior pockets. So give me 1 second and we'll take a look at the inside of the jacket. Alright guys, so to jump on into the inside of the jacket, when you pull this down, first thing you'll notice, with older models of this jacket, from what I understand, there was no flap in this area, but they went ahead and kind of tailored their design and went ahead and added, in the more recent variations, this wind flap. So this definitely does a great job of backing up the zipper. Even though the zipper is YKK and reversed, you know, this definitely still helps to stop penetration of wind or water from getting through to the inside. A pretty nice feature here. And another cool thing about it is that they've made it so that if you're not zipping the jacket all the way up, you can fold this the top of it back, and it maintains the pattern. But if you zip the jacket all the way up like this, you can turn this over, and there is micro fleece lining on the inside that will go right against your chin, you know, right near your face. So it's definitely nicer than having the top of the zipper metal up in your beard or up in any of your, you know, messing with your, you know, throat or your chin. So it's a pretty cool feature, and like I said, I generally just run it like this, but folded back, you know, you get the pattern. Inside the jacket, you can see there are two pockets here. These are just small zipped pockets, and they're completely, there's no feature inside. It's just an open pocket, but it does have a zipper, so it does keep your items secure inside. Identical here. You can see on the back here, this is the inside of the slash pockets on the chest, and you can see the opening for cord routing up this way. As well here, you can see where the adjustment for the hood They've got a nice little piece of material routing the cord down from the top of the, from the hood here, or the neck of the jacket here, down, and then into the pocket behind the seam here. So it's a pretty nice setup there. This is the inside of that large flow-through pocket, so you can get an idea of what this material is like. It's definitely a vented netting, but it's not totally. It's kind of a dense netting, so it's not just like a real flimsy, weak piece of equipment there. And then if you look closely, you can see there's pretty nice stitch pattern. There's not really that much issue with the straightness of the stitching anywhere in this jacket. They did a very good job on the quality control of this jacket, surprisingly, for Condor. As far as what I said about the material inside, this is the micro fleece. It is very soft and comfortable when you're wearing it, and it does a great job of keeping warmth in this jacket. This is a very nice touch to the inside of this jacket. At the bottom here, you can see they've got push button adjusters for adjusting the circumference of the jacket around your waist. So if you need to pull it tight to really bunch it up around your waist tightly, in colder climates, you can really do that with this. And then they add these little plastic pulls to make it easier with gloves on or whatever to grab this and adjust as necessary. Pretty nice there. One on each side. And then up here, just a little extra loop here if you're hanging it or whatever. That's pretty much it for the inside of the jacket. So when it comes to the features, there's one more thing worth getting a close look at, and that is the collar of this jacket. Now when you're not using the hood, this collar is very, the hood inside the collar makes for a nice, thick, padded area around your neck. So if you're just rocking this jacket to stay warm but not waterproof, and you're not using the hood to, keep the water out, this neck or collar here does a great job of gripping around the neck and keeping you really nice and warm. It's a very nice collar. Inside the collar, I just alluded to it. Basically, this collar is a big storage pocket, the whole length of it, and it's got the reverse zippers, dual zipper too, so you can run this on whatever side works for you. And then inside, it is micro fleece lined for one thing, which just keeps warmth around your neck. But you can unroll this really nice hood, and it just sits out of the jacket like so. And the collar is still warm because of the micro fleece lining. So it's still very warm, but now you've got the waterproofness of a really nice large hood. And if not also waterproofness, also for continuing to keep the pattern going if you're really trying to stay concealed. This hood has two adjustments. First of all, it has the plastic keepers here with that shock cord I was telling you, with the adjustment on the chest pockets, so you can adjust it around your face to cinch down, on your face, whatever. And then back here, it also has a piece of cord that's fixed on this side and fixed on this side that goes around the back. So if you need to pull the sides of your hood back for a little peripheral vision, this allows you to pull and adjust as necessary to really fit the size of the hood to the size of your head. It does a really good job. Again, this pull has that little bead on it for if you're rocking gloves or something and whatnot. And these have the little push pin keepers for keeping whatever adjustment you set it to. And then on the front of this, you've got almost like a little hat brim, which covers your face or whatever even more so in case it's pouring rain or whatever. Inside, this hood is like a satiny type of I wouldn't say a raincoat material. It's a little softer than that, but it's definitely got a nice feel to it, a nice finish to it. And then there's a small piece of Velcro here that mates to this Velcro here. So when you're stashing the hood, you can really set it the way you need to. Roll it up just like this and roll it right into the pocket and zip it up just like that. All around, just badass, this thing. Gotta love it. Alright guys, so you've seen pretty much everything there is to see on this jacket. Every feature that makes it, you know, really badass, top-notch jacket, especially for the price point. Before I go, a couple things I want to mention. First of all, when it comes to the price point, this jacket, as you see it here, is going right now for somewhere around 150, 160 bucks. Really good deal for a soft shell type jacket, and especially with all these features. If cost is a concern to you and you're trying to, you know, keep the cost a little bit lower, or, you know, remain on a budget, whatever, the solid versions of this jacket, and, you know, in terms of colors, we're talking black, coyote, I think they got ranger green, OD green, something like that. There might be a couple others. The solid colors are only about 80 to 90 bucks. So that really is phenomenal. Under the price point of 100 bucks right there. It really just can't be beat. Another thing to mention is that the jacket that you saw here is the Summit soft shell, and the model number is 602. There is also another version that looks almost identical to this jacket called the Summit Zero, and the part number is 609 something. So just be aware, if you're looking for this jacket, if you want the one with 3 layers including the micro fleece on the inside, then you're gonna want the regular Summit. And if you want a lighter weight variant, more like a wind barrier without the micro fleece, that's the Summit Zero. The last thing before I go, let me just say this. In purchasing this camouflage, you know, I don't generally buy products just because. There's usually reasoning behind why I want a product. And when it comes to a camouflage setup, I really am intending to put this to use as a cloaking device of sorts, to use it for concealment in brush, for escape and evade scenarios, or, you know, moving, you know, discreet movement through foliage or whatever. Part of that I wanted to mention, you know, when it comes to the setup, the more you can cover with the pattern, the less you're likely to stand out. Nothing will, you know, trigger people to be looking in your direction if you don't have anything standing out. You know, you've seen the gloves, you've seen the jacket. I'm going to be getting a good pair of pants, and it will pretty much cloak almost my entire body. But one thing to always be thinking about is how are you going to cloak your face and your head. Now, you can go get a MultiCam hat, or you can throw on a, you know, a beanie or a ski mask, or, you know, face paint with something. But one cool feature that I really like about this jacket is the way that you can use what comes with it to cloak your dome, the top of your head here. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. First off, when you zip this jacket up, you're gonna, you know, the collar, it rides really high. It's rides really high, which is good for keeping you warm when it's cold out, you know. But another thing you can do with this is rock it all the way to the top and pull it over your nose. And then at that point, you can use the hood over the top and adjust it so that the hood really covers almost your entire head. Now you see, like this, I can still have good peripherals all around. I can still see everything, And of course I can still adjust this hood even more if necessary, but I can pretty much almost cover my entire, you know, the signature of my head completely just with the features of what's on the jacket. So I thought that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys a look at this badass jacket in case you guys be looking for, you know, something along the same lines. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them below. You know I always get back to you as quick as I can. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great Labor Day weekend, and I'll be back with you real soon. Till next time, take it easy.